Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee Talk. I do not have coffee right now. Me and Pastor Des was talking about this, that hopefully you have your coffee. We don't have to have coffee, but you have to have your coffee or tea or soda or whatever. But welcome back. And I hope that you are ready for a powerful service this morning. I am so excited. I literally am just doing some worship songs that are just me, how I love to go in deep. And I just picked a few songs that I like to go in deep with. So I'm kind of selfish today, and I'm just going to go in deep. And if y'all want to go with me, you can go with me, okay?
I'm not.
We're going to just soak and just go in and just really have a special time with God. Pastor, if you don't know, Pastor has been in California. I was kind of jealous because this is his first time to California. I was in California when I was a teenager. In Southern California, but this is his first time to California. He did go without us. It just wasn't feasible for us to go, not financially, but there would be nobody to watch Harrison. I would be distracted. He would be distracted. This is really kind of a solo mission for him. But he's been at the Bethel Healing and Impartation Conference. And so hopefully he'll share with us a little bit today some of what the things that he has heard and seen. I watched it online. It was like 300 or 400 people healed. And it was like 1,000 people. It wasn't a big conference. So lots of amazing things happened. And so hopefully he'll share with us a little bit today, some of his experience there. Just really transformative, I believe. So it's going to be a special day. It's going to be, I really feel like God wants to move today and really wants to touch our hearts. And so hopefully you will engage. You know, you've heard me say this, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. If you look at this as just a YouTube video, like you're watching a YouTube video or Netflix, you're not going to get anything out of it. But do you know how powerful God is, that he can touch you right through the screen? There were people in the chat. I was watching online this conference, and there was people in the chat getting healed. Okay, so God transcends all devices. Okay, he still can touch you if you will put your mind where it's supposed to be, if you'll remove the distractions and really engage in the service today. Many of you are home, maybe not by choice, but for some reason you are home watching this, and so we really want to encourage you to engage and be a part of the service. As you can see, I've got Pastor Des here again. I have dragged her in. Y'all know how she loves to be in front of people, and she loves to be on camera. Right.
So the only reason I got dressed today was for this video. Otherwise, I'd probably be home in my PJs. So she must know I love her.
I drug her in here against her will. So we're going to chit chat with you guys for a minute while you guys are getting ready and getting set and preparing your mind and putting the kids in their room to play or whatever it is that you need to do so that you can really engage. So I wanted to ask Pastor Des, we are just a couple of weeks away from February. Can you believe that?
I know, it's crazy.
We're almost in the second month of 2022. It is really crazy. And so I thought I would kind of just chit chat with her and see if she had made any New Year's resolutions. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Did you make any New Year's resolutions?
I always make New Year's resolutions, and now I'm calling them goals. Yeah. I don't know if that makes a difference, but yeah. The weight thing is always on there. Not even weight,
and you look
just
great.
Healthy. Thank you.
True. Healthy is important.
Yeah, I've changed it because my husband's like, you're going on the diet again? That doesn't work. So now I just want to be healthy, and not just for myself, but for my children, and teach them healthier ways. So that keeps me motivated to go past the 1 week. I did fall off. And then today I was like, just get back on. It's so easy to fall off, but it's just as easy to get back on. And I was just thinking about that even this morning when I was on the treadmill and I ate something healthy.
Ooh, treadmill.
And so we bought a treadmill last year. And it maybe got used 5 times.
They hold clothes really well, though.
Yes, really so I've already doubled that. So I'm proud of that, right?
Good deal.
But I was just thinking about that, and just even if you had a goal or a New Year's resolution to be here at church or something spiritually and you fell off, guess what? Just get right back on. It's that easy. God's there to tell you, I'm here, get right back on. Come back to church. Do whatever it is. Maybe it's reading your Bible. Maybe it's just spending 30 minutes in prayer and just time with God. As easy as it was to fall off, it's just as easy to get back on.
I was here for small talk, and she's giving y'all a message. Like, what?
God shows me a message and everything.
Preaching
I
at
was literally thinking about that
you. She's
today.
like, bringing it. Now here I am all in the carnal flesh. And she's like bringing you a word. Oh my gosh. So I gotta tell you what's funny. Pastor Sean doesn't even know this, so don't tell him. You can tell I've gained some of my weight back. Yes, I lost 50 pounds last spring. It was glorious, and I really struggled like late summer and fall. I really started to struggle again. So I have put some weight back on. So I was like really determined for health reasons, because I have some health issues, and I was like, yeah, I got to get back on. I got to do this again. I want to lose what I've gained and continue to lose. And so last week I was like almost perfect all week. I still struggled. I was like, I hate this. I want to eat whatever I want. I hate it. But I knew it was what I needed to do, and I stuck with it. And Pastor left on Wednesday in the airport. Just go to the airport. And I took him in the morning. He flew out in the morning. Okay, so I knew I had no judge for 3 days.
Right.
Tell me why me and Harrison didn't go to Target, and I bought every kind of junk food that I wanted, and I was like, I have been binging for like 3 days. Like, I tried to get rid of everything before he got home. So I'll
buy a lie and say, okay, by this date, it all has to be gone.
So I think I've just about finished it all up. He doesn't even know. He know I got off, but he doesn't know that I like literally.
Does he watch this? Is he gonna watch it? Okay.
No. So I can say whatever I want about him. He doesn't know I got so bad off that I like intentionally went to Target. As soon as I got him at the airport, I went to Target, and we like loaded up with junk food and snacks, and I have been bad. So I'm gonna like kind of play it cool this weekend, and Monday I'm back on, and I gotta stay on because I've got a lot of health issues that I know I need to get healthy for. So it's hard. It's hard. In the comments, put if you have a New Year's resolution that you have made, or maybe something that you've struggled with in the past. When the new year comes, something that you try to do. I think exercise and weight are like the two biggest ones, especially for women. We always say we're going to go on a diet, we're going to lose weight, we're going to exercise more. Yeah. Maybe there's something else that you have that you want to be better about. Put it in the comments so we can read it, and so we can chat with you about it, because it's interesting to know what other people try to do better in the new year.
Yeah.
The statistics are crazy about how long or how not long people stay on those, though. Like it's really crazy, the statistics that the length of time that people actually stick with a resolution. But I like having a goal. You know what? It's so that way you give yourself permission that if you fail, you can just try again.
I watch a lot of videos that just help you to better yourself. And I was watching actually Craig Groeschel, I think is his name.
I love Craig Groeschel.
And he was just talking about if you have a big goal, that's great, but you accomplish your big goals with little goals. And so I was listening to that.
I just saw that video on YouTube, and I haven't seen it yet.
I'm like, well, I'm going to tell you
I saw the title of it, though. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And so he was just talking about that. And so, like, my big goal is to lose such and such pounds and get healthy. But my little goal is just get on the treadmill every single day.
Yeah.
That's where I'm starting. And then the food part, I'll add later because that's the harder part for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just start with my little goal of getting on the treadmill every single day. And then
there's a book out, and it's How Do You Eat an Elephant. It's like a organizational leadership book. It's not a Christian book, but it's how do you eat an elephant, one bite at a time.
Yeah.
And it's how to conquer big things by little bites.
Yes.
So it really is a true leadership technique.
Yes.
Boo. It doesn't mean I don't want to eat. How is this God that I can't eat whatever I want and be healthy?
Right? You know what? We could go into a whole tangent on why there are calories and why food does that too. But I think it's just teaching us to be
disciplined.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know what? We live in a society too where we're prone to give into the flesh.
Yes.
When I'm working with people who are struggling in life, a lot of times I refer to the analogy that if you feed your flesh more than you feed your spirit, your flesh is stronger. Right. And I think we're prone to feed our flesh. We watch what we want on TV. We get instant food. We get instant gratification. And we think that we have to be happy. And food is one of those things that we use to make us happy. And so, it's kind of selfish.
Yeah.
Really. We don't eat to live. We live to eat a lot of times.
I'm gonna write that down.
So that's the problem, is our selfish nature.
Yes.
That's why it's important to learn to crucify the flesh and to walk with the Spirit, is because it kind of teaches you that discipline.
Yes.
All right, we've got a few announcements coming up. Let me tell you about something brand new that you've not heard about. Rooted Youth is our youth group. Zach and the youth are going to be doing a Valentine's party. They're going to be serving food. They're going to be selling tickets, and it's for everyone. It's not just for couples. If you're a single person and you want to come, it's just going to be an evening of some fun and some food. And yeah, I don't know about you, but I grew up with having Valentine parties at churches, and it was like the whole church was invited. We just kind of did fun stuff and had like a place to take pictures. And when I was a teenager, our church did that, and it was always a lot of fun. We always really liked it. Even the teenagers and the kids, like I was a teenager and we really enjoyed it. But anyway, so it's going to be a Valentine's party. Everyone is welcome, not just couples. And maybe Valentine's Day is not the easiest day for you. It might be a good opportunity to come and mingle with other people. It is not going to be on Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is on a Monday this year. How boring is that? So it's going to be on Friday night. He kind of figured that a lot of people will go out on Friday night or Saturday night before Valentine's Day, just because it's on Monday. So on Friday night, February the 11th, the youth are going to host a Valentine's party here, dinner party. Now the great thing is they're also going to have childcare available. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna pull this off, but they're gonna have childcare available. I think your children will be safe.
Doesn't matter. No, just kidding.
I don't know yet, but they're gonna provide it at an additional cost. So here is the rundown on this. It is $10 per person to come to the dinner. Okay, $10 per person. Special deal, $20 per couple. So if you're a couple, you don't get a discount. It's $10 a person. Now, childcare is $10 for one kid, but if you got 50 kids, it's $5 per additional child. So it's $10 for the first one, $5 for each. That means if you got 2 kiddos, it's $15. If you got 3 kiddos, it's $20. If you got more than that, you're crazy anyway. You probably just should just stay home. Now, here's the deal. It's at 7 o'clock, so they'll provide childcare. If you're coming to the party or the dinner and staying and eating here, you buy a ticket for that. You can have childcare for the additional cost. If you want to go out on your own and you don't want to trust the cooking of Zach, and you want to go to Cheesecake Factory or wherever, you can still drop your kids off for childcare. I think that's what Des is doing.
I told him if he's not having anything good, I'm just dropping my kids off and treating myself.
So, yeah. So that, if you're going out, you can bring them as early as 6. So if you're here, it's 7 to 9. If you're going out and dropping them off, you can drop them off at 6. But you better be back by 9, or else we're going to just send them to the government or something. I don't know. So lots of exciting things. We're not going to sell tickets this Sunday, but the next 2 Sundays, January 30th and February 6th, I think is what it is. The 2 Sundays before, they'll be in the back and they'll be selling tickets for you guys to purchase that in advance. So we kind of know people are going to come. It's kind of unfair if we cook a bunch of food and then people don't show up. So they're going to sell tickets. And we'll probably have more information closer to time too about what they have. I imagine it's gonna be like spaghetti or lasagna or something like that. Yeah. Isn't that just kind of a Valentine's thing? I feel like it is. So Tuesday nights we're still doing classes. It's been a rough couple of weeks. John, who is helping, John Seekek, which is helping Sean, has been sick. I was super sick last week. I hate canceling things. It's one of my pet peeves. There's just no way I could do it. So we've had a rough couple weeks starting out, but hopefully we're all well and we'll be back on target this Tuesday night. The men meet at the church at 6:30, the women on Zoom at 6:30. So if you haven't heard that enough, and I think you've probably heard it enough, if you need more information, just let us know, and there's information in the back too. All right, and the ladies retreat is last, that is March the 30th. I think it's the 30th through April 2nd. It usually, is it 31st? Okay. So. It's usually in Colorado Springs, and we announced that, but we just got a email this week that they have moved it to Pueblo, and that's because Hotel Elegante, which is where we have a lot of functions with the Church of God has new ownership. And they've like closed their kitchen. They're not doing a restaurant anymore. And it just makes it kind of hard for us to do the retreat like we need to. So it will be hosted by Family Worship Center, which is Bishop and Carissa's church in Pueblo. And we'll be staying at the Marriott. Nothing changes with the prices. It's all the same. They'll be cooking. They do a really good job. I've been to lots of staff and church functions there. They have awesome volunteer staff that does dinners and stuff, and it's always top notch. So they'll be doing the dinners and stuff at the church, the services at the church, but we'll be staying at the Marriott off campus. So a few changes, but you want to get those applications in by the end of the month because there's a little bit of an early bird discount if you get them in by the end of January. So if you've been putting it off and you haven't done it, go ahead and do it. It's always really a special time. My first time was last year, and I really enjoyed it, and I know you will too. All right, that's kind of all I have for today.
Okay.
I think that's it. I want to encourage you again that if you are home, I mean, obviously you're home, but if you're there, you're sitting there and you're busy doing other things, set those things aside. Okay, and enter in, worship. Your family might think you're crazy, but they probably think you're crazy anyway. So just engage and worship and put your all into it. And I promise you, God will touch you right where you're at. I don't know how many times that I have been touched by watching a service on YouTube or a song on YouTube. And I'm telling you, Holy Spirit comes right into my home. And I broke down and cried and felt the Spirit many times. And that was recorded. You're actually live here with us. So make sure that you really participate. And that's all I've got. Are you good? Anything you can think of?
No, I just want to encourage you. We have smartphones now. You can put it on your TV. You can turn the lights low. Whatever sets your mood to just experience God the way He wants you to this morning.
I did that the first time when I watched the conference online that Sean was at, and I put it on my iPad, and I was able to mirror it to the Roku, and I was like, "This is pretty nice."
Yeah.
So anyway, well, we're gonna get started here in just a couple of minutes, and Pastor Des is gonna lead us into the morning, and we're gonna get started. We're gonna worship. We're just gonna spend some time at His feet this morning, and I am so excited to do that.
Me too.
We love you guys.
Bye. Love you.
Okay.